Question 1. When submerged arc welding, SAW, which of the following best describes the effect a lower arc voltage would have on the weld? Answer: more narrow bead with deeper penetration. Question 2. What is the maximum recommended height of an 8x12 rolling scaffold? Answer: 24 foot. Question 3. Which of the following can FCAW electrodes be classified as? Answer: external gas shielded or self-shielding. Question 4. When FCAW a 2F fillet weld root pass, which of the following would best describe the appropriate work electrode angle? Answer: 45 degrees. Question 5. You notice pulled stitching on the back of a coworker's harness. What should be done? Answer: the coworker should immediately remove and dispose of the harness. Question 6. Which of the following weld deposits are produced when SMAW welding gray cast iron with nickel-based electrodes? Answer: machinable deposits. Question 7. Which of the following best describes a gas tungsten arc welding GTAW collet? Answer: this device secures, positions, and provides electrical continuity to the electrode. Question 8. Which of the following best describes when fume extractor filters are changed? Answer: after a recommended number of hours of operation when the extractor filter indicator displays. Question 9. A spark test is performed on a piece of metal by placing it to a grinding wheel. During the test, it is determined that the metal required a significant amount of force to produce any sparks, and the sparks produced are red with short shoots of orange and remain in close proximity to the grinding wheel. What type of metal would this be? Answer: gray cast iron. Question 10. Which of the following terms is used to describe the procedure in which gray cast iron is not preheated prior to welding? Answer: cold welding. Question 11. When gas tungsten arc welding, GTAW, which of the following best describes tailing out? Answer: gradually decreasing weld current at the end of a weld. Question 12. What is the smallest lift angle a shouldered eye bolt should be used with? Answer: 45 degrees. Question 13. Which of the following best describes the power source employed with constant speed wire feeders? Answer: constant voltage CV. Question 14. When FCAW a 1G groove root pass, which of the following would best describe the appropriate work electrode angle? Answer: 90 degrees. Question 15. From which SMAW electrode group would an electrode be selected for a vertical or overhead weld? Answer: fast freeze, fill freeze. Question 16. In respect to the Workplace Hazardous Materials Information System, WHMIS, who is responsible for classifying materials into their appropriate hazard class? Answer: the supplier. Question 17. How is damage to the striking end of punches and chisels repaired? Answer: rotated on a grinding wheel until damage is removed and a slight bevel is applied, approximately 45 degrees. Question 18. Which of the following best describes how C-clamps are sized? Answer: the distance between the fixed and movable jaw when it is fully opened. Question 19. When oxyacetylene cutting, OFC, sheet metal, thin metal 1/8 inch or less, what cutting tip size should be used? Answer: number 000. Question 20. Which of the following should be performed if it is suspected that oil and grease have penetrated or saturated the gray cast iron that needs to be SMAW? Answer: preheat the cast to vaporize oil and contaminants.